next most important topic is GPS or INS integration architectures. The GPS or INS integration was made in several architectures known as loosely coupled, tightly coupled, and deeply coupled architectures. The loosely coupled architecture supposes the use of two separate Kalman filters, one for the GPS and another for the integration. The second integration architecture, the tightly coupled, is based on the single Kalman filter and uses directly the GPS measurements or pseudo range and pseudo range rates to aid the INS, inertial navigation service. On the other hand, the satellite ephemeris data are used to derive pseudo range from INS. The third and the most complex integration architecture, the deeply coupled, uses the data from the INS, the speed solution, in order to track the satellites with the GPS receivers. Therefore, this architecture combines the GPS navigation and tracking, the INS helping the GPS to reacquire the signal faster when the signal from a satellite is lost. It implies the use of a single Kalman filter, implementing a model to estimate all the states required for GPS or INS integration and also for the satellite tracking. Our question is, why we are integrated this GPS and INS? The most navigation systems need to have continuous and reliable navigation determination, that is position and orientation, acceptable accuracy level and possibility of maintaining it over time. The GPS and INS has several advantages. Their aerodynamics are totally different and uncorrelated. GPS solves the problem of calibrating the instrument errors in a strap-down INS. GPS provides a means of in-flight alignment for all INS. The inertial navigation provides a seamless fill-in for GPS outages resulting from jamming, obstruction caused by the maneuvering, etc. The IN means inertial navigation, provides a means of smoothing the noisy velocity outputs from the GPS and continuous high bandwidth measurements of position and velocity. In a tightly integration system, the IN provides a means of narrowing the bandwidth of GPS tracking loops, providing greater immunity to jamming. Inertial and GPS attributes and shortcoming. Now let us look at this. The GPS attributes are, it is self-initializing, errors are bounded, and the shortcomings are lower data rate, lower attitude accuracy, it is susceptible to interference, expensive infrastructure. INS has higher data rate, both translational and rotational information, self-contained, not susceptible to interference. These as shortcomings are unbounded errors, requires knowledge of gravity field, it requires initial conditions, it is high per cost unit. Now let us look about the GPS and INS integration architecture. The most common GPS INS integration architectures are loosely coupled and tightly coupled. The other methods are uncoupled and deep or ultra tight integration. Loosely coupled architecture uses two Kalman filters and tightly coupled uses only one Kalman filters. The advantages are it is simple in application, robustness, small processing time. The disadvantages are impossible to provide measurement update from GPS filter. When the GPS cover is poor. The advantages of this are it can be used in urban areas where the poor satellite coverage is there. Raw and predicted pseudo range and Doppler measurements can lead to the results. Disadvantages are increase in the state vector sizes lead to large processing time. The other methods are uncoupled integration and deep or ultra tight integration. Simple method uses GPS solution if available, otherwise it uses INS solution. It has low accuracy. This integration uses both GPS and INS solutions to update and aid each other. It requires access to GPS receiver firmware. Now let us look at the architecture: loosely coupled approach and tightly coupled approach. GPS receiver, from the antenna to RF signal processing, then to tracking loops, then to GPS Kalman filter, then to Kalman filter, then to INS. RF processing, tracking loops. As in this loosely coupled, we'll be using two Kalman filters, but here we'll be using only one Kalman filter. That is the only difference. And from INS, acquisition aiding, here aiding signals will be going to these tracking loops. Thank you.